best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Where did it begin? Where did it end? Hanging on loose strings, unable to bend. I never listened, trying to prove it, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. 'Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. 'Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. 'Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever.
Ever since the virus hit, we've been hunting for a cure. We believe the scientist who can help us is being held on Coney Island. And by the looks of it, the Black Tusk have him heavily guarded. There's no time for caution, Agent. Get him out of there.
Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen zu einer kleinen neuen Folge von The Division mit Let's Survival und natürlich euch. Genau, darum geht's bald. Moment, ich bin im falschen Screen. So, da bin ich jetzt richtig. Hallo. Hey Steve und hallo Puckner, auch das schön, dass du da bist. Und ja, heute geht es tatsächlich um Episode 3 Und wir werden uns alle sehr freuen. Es gibt den, also jetzt kannst du mal die Informationen zusammenzutragen. Hallo Micha, schön, dass du da bist. Es gibt einen Flammenwerfer. Wer mich erkennt und schon länger verfolgt, der weiß, ich habe gesagt, es wird wahrscheinlich einen geben. Und alle haben mich erstmal belächelt. Alle haben mich belächelt und haben gesagt, ach Quatsch. Aber glaubt mir, jetzt kommt der Feuerwerfer. Und auf der Flammenwerfer wird es richtig cool. Ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass das richtig geil wird. Und vor allem mit Flammenschaden endlich mal richtig Damage zu machen. Ja, kleiner Feuerteufel, du. Das wird cool. Vor allem mit der Feuerteufel als Waffe. Yeah. Mal gucken, wie das wird. Mal sehen, wie vor allem die Spezialisierung an sich aussieht. Da bin ich sehr gespannt. Die werden heute einiges vorstellen, was Episode 3 und was natürlich die neuen exotische Sturmgewehr ist. Ist ja quasi eine Vektor als Sturmgewehr. Finde ich gar nicht so verkehrt. Würde ich gerne auf jeden Fall spielen. Die sah auch nicht so dumm aus. Sieht auch sehr, also ein bisschen nach neuartig und so, aber hey, so ein bisschen. Na, aber was ich halt komisch finde, ist, die Black-Taste ist jetzt überall. Auf der ganzen Welt. Wie groß ist denn bitte die Armee? Also ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass die nur in Washington DC jetzt sind und dann in Conley Island in New York. Wäre ein bisschen komisch. Also das... Ja, also da bin ich ein bisschen zwiegespalten, was die Story an sich angeht, weil 90% der Menschen sind ausgelöscht worden und die 10% sind dann halt alles nur noch Black Taste und ein paar zersplitterte. Wo sind denn die? In den anderen Städten muss ja auch noch was los sein. Marshmallows dazu? Nein, natürlich nicht. Ja, mal gucken. Nee, wird man nicht, Micha. Die haben ja rausgelernt. Machst ja mit dem... Also mit dem Flammengeschütz machst du es selber, klar. Aber das ist ja auch so vor dir. Da machst du es ja auch nicht. Also kann ich mir nicht vorstellen, dass du dich dann dementsprechend selbst verbrennst. Ich sag mal, wenn du dann reinläufst in deine eigenen Flammen, ja, natürlich. Also dann wahrscheinlich. Oder du kriegst halt Feuerimmunität dafür. Aber ich kann mir nicht vorstellen. Also mal schauen. Ich bin mir sehr unschlüssig, was es da wirklich gibt. Auf jeden Fall ist der Countdown schon mal losgegangen. Und dann geht es dann gleich auch los. In 7 Minuten 45. Ja gut, ich bin mal gespannt, wie die Geschichte uns dahin führt und was genau der Auslöser ist, warum wir wissen, dass er da ist. Ja. Sah sehr, also ich weiß ja auch, oder wir alle wissen ja, dass die Black Task aus nichts erschien. Plötzlich war alles besetzt. Das haben sie noch nicht so wirklich in der Story erzählt, wie die denn überhaupt dazugekommen sind, so in der Form, ne? Ja, das ist ja klar, Micha. Also, dass man sich dann selber anbrennt, wenn man quasi selber reinläuft, ist ja auch bei den normalen Feuergeschützen so und auch bei Brandgranaten so. Von daher wird das sich nicht ändern. Aber jetzt in dem Fall, wenn ich benutze, dass ich dann nicht mich selber anbrenne, das sollte schon klar sein. Beim Raketenwerfer auch nicht. Also von daher soll das, außer natürlich Überdeckung, die plötzlich so doch keine Deckung sind, weil es Wände sind, aber das sind kleine Bugs. Aber ich denke, das kriegen die schon ganz gut in den Griff. Ich meine, die haben ja auch schon Feuerwerfer im Spiel. Und ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass das eigentlich kein Problem sein wird, sich das Ding zu nehmen und loszulegen. Aber was ich geil fand, ist eigentlich dieser Trailer. Der ist ja gestern rausgekommen. Ja, Puckner, das ist aber der Kino. Da kannst du immer, also wir können uns mit Sicherheit, das ist der Kino. Und der hat sich wiederum mit den mit den Bösewichten zusammengetan, so wie es schon in anderen Fällen gemacht hat und alle gegeneinander ausgespielt. Und vielleicht Kina wurde vielleicht auch gefangen genommen von den Black Task und hat sich dann quasi erst dazu bereit erklärt. Und deswegen ist der Wissenschaftler, der Pochenko, deswegen im Knast in diesem komischen Ding, ja? Wird gerade abtransportiert. Weiß nicht, also wir müssen uns dann mal anschauen, wie sich das so... Ja. Aber es ist keine Frau, definitiv nicht. Also das hat man extra so gemacht, dass man es nicht richtig erkennt. Aber was ich sagen wollte ist, warum kriegen wir keine Webserie von dieser Art? Weißt du, die könnten so viele Fans dazu bringen, das zu schauen. So eine richtig schöne, geile Story in einer anderen Stadt, egal wo, ja. Und einfach mit dieser Grafik eine Kurzgeschichte erzählen und uns quasi dann dadurch auch ein bisschen anfixen, ja. Der Trailer gefällt dir schon mal. Ja, mir auch. Auf jeden Fall. Das können sie auf jeden Fall immer. Also die haben immer schon Trailer gut gekonnt, ja. Und die werden immer besser, was das angeht. Also das ist eine Firma, die wissen genau, wie man was in Szene setzt. Auch die Welt. Aber bin mir noch nicht so sicher, ob uns das lange fesseln wird. Ich meine, die Cleaner, die werden cool sein, weil die neu designt sind. Die haben ein neues, auch mit dem neuen Engine-Update und so weiter. Die ganzen Bewegungen wurden ja nochmal angepasst und so weiter. Und ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass die richtig cool werden. Aber ich weiß nicht, ob ich mich das länger beschäftigen wird, weil es ja nur 2 Missionen sind. Ne? Die haben schon wieder Mikroprobleme. Eieiei. Also das ist nicht mein Mikro, das ist den ihr Mikro. Ja, ich schalte mal kurz schon. Ja, mir gefällt der Trailer auch. Also muss man mal sagen, haben sie echt gut hinbekommen. So, ich mach mal hier Vollbild. Haben sie jetzt... Ja.
The wireless has been reconnected. And we actually have a connection. Really sorry.
So, was zuerst kommt, ist Priority Alerts, also alles, was so anstand oder ansteht. Dann ein Interview mit War und Yannick. Das sind eigentlich schon die für das Gameplay mitverantwortlich sind, für neue Inhalte, für neue Stories. Agent Highlights, ja gut. Und dann nochmal Fotos. Also ich bin der Meinung, dass es nächste Woche am 4. kommen könnte. Es sah schon... Also ich kann mir vorstellen, dass sie es schon fertig haben. Und eigentlich, wir brauchen ja auch keine Testphasen mehr. Die haben ja eigentlich nur ein paar Story-Inhalte und das war bis jetzt immer ganz gut. Die Missionen waren eigentlich fast ohne Fehler. Also das kann ich mir vorstellen, dass es nächste Woche wird.
Yeah.
Did you go to the bathroom with your microphone on?
I'm always scared that that's going to happen. But, no. I didn't. What would actually happen if I didn't come back? That'd be fun. Yeah.
And I would do it.
It would be fine. It would all,
Yannick the Beard.
Yeah, so we're under 2 minutes. We're going to talk a bit about episode 3.
Your human form.
It's going to be fun. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Yay!
Könnte sein, dass der... Ja, also man hätte auch die Decke ein bisschen besser gestalten können, oder? Das ist ein ganz normales Büro. Also umgestaltet so ein bisschen in das Streaming, mehr nicht. Naja, egal. Schauen wir uns das mal an. Wir haben in 1 Minute geht's los, dann wissen wir ja mehr. Was habt ihr denn für so Gedanken? Was wollt ihr denn noch so theoretisch Wünsche? Vorstellungen? Und schon wieder fangen sie viel zu spät an, ne? Also es wird wieder 3 Minuten, 4 Minuten über 17 Uhr. Naja. Wir ziehen das bestimmt wieder in die Länge, wie immer. Also ich stelle mir vor, dass sie heute die Waffen vorstellen nochmal, zeigen, dass es die gibt, die exotische, dass man die bestimmt für den Endkampf dann bekommt. Wo eine Chance hätte, diese zu bekommen, damit man es öfter spielt. Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass der Flammenwerfer Spezialisierung vorgestellt wird, was die so kann, was die macht und wie so der Baum ein bisschen aussieht, so ein bisschen kurz erklärt. Und dann sagt man vielleicht noch ein bisschen was die so... Die arbeiten mit Sonnenuhren. Naja gut, ja, kann sein. Da oben gibt es ja nicht so viel Sonne. In Schweden. Und los geht's. Da, 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 da.
It was longer. Hi everyone, welcome to State of the Game.
Intro and I was like,
State of the Game 145.
Oh my
It is
God.
the date of 29th of January. That's fun. We are just
That's a good start.
We're making sure that everything
Good
is
start.
getting like plugged in and that we have everything to show you.
starting on an empty screen, that's perfect.
That's fine. I joke, but we really wanted to make sure that we get as much in to show you. George has hooked up a live build so we can show you some things in action, some spicy flames. This is our take on Hot Ones, I guess. We should have actually done that. We should have like got some like
Ay, ay, ay.
some spice, like some hot sauce, so we could be on theme. It's a missed opportunity, I think. Wait, what? Do you not understand? You know Hot Ones?
You don't know Hot Ones?
Hot Ones, the YouTube show?
No.
They eat spicy wings and they interview and...
How do you not know? Yeah.
Wow, Jana.
Die freuen sich auch, dass sie jetzt mal eine Auszeit haben, oder?
No
Is
idea.
that's like an internet thing?
Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway, welcome to the stream. We're going to be talking about episode 3. You would have seen a trailer from last night. We can actually show that, right? Because you might have missed it. And
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty cool trailer. I want people to have another chance to look at it closely, because there's
Yeah.
some things in there that, you know, if you have followed the Division through since...
Die wollen jetzt nochmal den Trailer zeigen, den ich gerade euch gezeigt habe.
Yannick doesn't know the internet. This is true. Avalon Leap spies the bombshell jackets mug.
Ja gut, egal was sie genommen haben, die sollten das vielleicht an die Community verteilen, damit wir ein bisschen besser zurechtkommen, oder?
This is true. It's true. Flamethrowers, all that sort of stuff. I asked if we could have Nelly for our theme music today, but no
We
one
didn't get the
agreed.
we didn't get the licensing rights.
No,
Somehow.
I wanted to make a joke or a really inappropriate.
Also sie sind aus
take
Schweden,
on
die haben ein anderes Leben als wir. Wir sind nicht so wie wir.
I get the song. I know
Okay,
that.
but all right, fine. All right, let's take a look at the trailer for
Yannick still doesn't
episode
know.
I'm still
3.
lost.
Enjoy the trailer for episode 3. This is really cool. We're back in a sec. Yeah, let's go.
Ich mach mich nochmal weg.
Ever since the virus hit, we've been hunting for a cure. We believe the scientist who can help us is being held on Coney Island. And by the looks of it, the Black Tusk have him heavily guarded. There's no time for caution, Agent. Get him out of there.
Die haben jetzt auch andere Schilder, ne? Die haben diese Police-Schilder jetzt.
Who dis?
We did.
Ja.
Who dis?
Whoa.
People.
Also ich finde den Trailer
Right
geil.
in.
Also sie sollten daraus eine Webserie machen.
Yeah, I like Capo saying it's Aaron.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah. No, you've seen that Key and Peele skit?
No, of course, Yannick.
I'm not even going to go
They
down
don't
the
even
internet.
ask
I'm not going to bother with the anime.
Musik ist schön, oder?
we don't understand
Guck mal,
the
Musik
joke.
aus.
Yeah, there's
That's
a lot
the
of cool
social
things
thing
in
to
that
do.
trailer. The
Yeah.
obviously the flamethrower is
Yes.
something that people
Yes.
and
Oh, yes.
Yannick was not subtle weeks ago when he was like, people have already guessed.
Yeah.
But people have been saying this is like something that they've been wondering and theory crafting out there for a while. Is that something we're going to have to the Division? Drew, is this something that's been, on the development floor for a long time? Is something that has...
Yeah. I mean, well, the idea, right, was something that from the very beginning, it was
Moin,
always
Youngblood.
something that we wanted to explore, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it has such a kind of strong fantasy associated with it, right? And it's also not something that you would, I think, typically it's not one of the things that comes to mind at first when you think of what's in a Division agent's arsenal, right?
Yeah.
So it was something that we really wanted to bring, but we thought it wasn't probably a good fit for, like at the beginning, and we had some other specializations that we really wanted to roll out first because we felt like it fit that Division agent fantasy a bit. This one, obviously, we think still does. We took some time to kind of craft it and to make it into ours, like the Division tech, and super happy with the result.
Awesome. We're actually going to show a bit of the...
Also wir wollen zeigen, wie so am
There's
Anfang, so das Feeling
there's some things that
und
are
so,
little
wie
bit
alles
different
begann
from
und
how
so
you'll
wir zurückgehen an
experience
den
it in
Ort,
UI
wo
especially, so we'll show that to you
ja.
in a little bit.
Du würdest das mal frei übersetzen.
With the flamethrower, of all the episodes, episode 3 is just the perfect one to bring the flamethrower as well.
Why is
Yeah.
that, Yannick?
You've seen the trailer.
That's true.
You know, there's
Yeah.
no surprise here, but yes, we have cleaners.
Yeah, that's true. I'm really psyched.
Ja,
to
ist keine Überraschung. Wir haben Cleaners.
New York for this one. It's really
I have
cool.
to say, like, Cleaners, New York, such an iconic duo.
Also
I
zu
like-
Cleaners sage ich
I'm a
Folgendes.
little
Ne?
biased, obviously,
Sure.
but Cleaners, my favorite faction.
Cool.
Ja,
I
nicht nur
did
deine.
kind of take us off track for a bit. We
Ich
do have
hab
some
die immer sehr
priority
gerne
alerts to get
den
to before we
Rucksack
dive
zerschossen.
deeper into the episode 3 stuff, so let's go with priority alerts before that. Yeah. All right, so if you've been to the stream before, you know that we like to get as much of the need-to-know information out of the way first so we can have some cool discussions. So there has been no planned maintenance for this week. We know that there are some issues. I saw people talking about it on my stream yesterday as well. Clan XP not updating. We see that and we're investigating that. The underlying cause of some of the blueprints not showing up has been found. For example, on the second or third agent after sharing blueprints via the perk, we're aware of that one. And we are working on that right now, and we're not sure if it'll be ready for episode 3. But as we've talked about, there is something coming after episode 3, and that's all of the things we've been talking about in the previous weeks, so we'll get to that really soon. Okay. We also do know that YouTube is not currently accepting our stream. We're really sorry about that. We will make sure that we will find a way to get the VOD up there for everyone, because we know that a lot of people like to watch it there later on. So thank you for people who usually watch on YouTube coming and letting us know. We've seen that we do have an issue on our side that is not making that happen, but Twitch and Mixer are up. So thanks for bearing with us on that.
Is that Eda or George's fault?
I'm not gonna throw my team under the bus. It's YouTube's fault.
Oh, good. I'm going to throw my team. I'll throw YouTube under the bus.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Come at me? They don't have much money.
Come at me, bro.
All right. All right.
Sweet.
So into a chat with you guys. I mean, you've been here over the previous week.
Ja, ja,
Drew
YouTube ist schuld.
and Yannick, I mean, we've introduced
Ja.
you
Ihr seht es
a
jetzt
bunch
auch
of
auf
times.
YouTube, ne? Also es
You
liegt
get
nicht an
3
YouTube,
words to
glaube ich.
explain yourselves and what you do.
No
on-
maintenance this week.
3 words. This is your new challenge. And it can literally be your job title. I already know your job.
I'm Yannick, I have a beard.
That's
4.
4.
I know where the character lives. Yeah.
All right, you can't count. Drew,
Hi, I'm Drew. I'm Associate Game Director.
I literally threw you such an easy one. Both of your titles have 3 words in them.
It's
yeah,
true.
exactly.
And
was
yeah,
like, I can't,
Yannick still messed it up.
I can't waste
So.
my words just to give my title.
Well, 200 IQ. Okay, so yeah, like we talked about Coney Island.
Yep.
Has this always been part of the plan as well, a return to New York, or is that kind of?
I think it's something that we were always interested to do. I mean, it's great that we got to explore a new area with Washington, with the Division 2. But like as much as a lot of our players, we've always been very attached to New York and the idea of New York. So being able to go to Coney Island is scratching that itch, and that's something that's that's always been very interesting for us.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, New York is.
Wir reden heute sehr leise, ich habe es
is
schon echt
such a
laut
big part
gemacht.
of our franchise, right? Of course,
mit
Washington
lauter.
is now as well, of course, but because that's the kind of the seat of power and whatnot. But it's always kind of a fantasy, right? To to venture back a little bit and get a little taste of New York again.
Yeah, no, I'm into that. So obviously, time has passed, and I know we're not going to go deep into the narrative stuff, but it's not winter anymore.
No.
Do you think? I mean, clearly. Do you
Well,
think
it's not winter yet, you know.
I don't know, but like the
It's
snow.
like it's not winter anymore. But
Yeah,
you know,
but the
it's like
snow that was
cycle
iconic in New
seasons.
York. Do you think?
Yeah.
Is it much of a different experience for the player to experience it with a different season? Was my question. How do you think that's going to change?
It's interesting. Well, I mean, if you haven't, or if you have been to New York, I should say, in the summer, hot, humid, right? Like, and I think like Coney Island too evokes kind of a stereotypical kind of New York summer experience in some regards, right?
Yeah.
So I think that setting in particular, summer works really well with it, and I think especially you can get a little.
Also ich komme
taste
gerade
of
nicht
it
nach,
in
aber
the trailer. It's very moody.
die Fragen.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
to me, it's one of the more kind of exotic locales in a lot of ways that we've produced.
Also es ist auf jeden Fall kein
You
Winter
know,
mehr.
like the team that put it together,
Yeah.
like the
Wird
world
Sommer
team
sein.
did such a fantastic
Looks like the
job.
lighting artist has been working
Like,
overtime on that.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And like, there are so many cooler places that are not even shown off. Like, it's fantastic. It really uses like the full extent of what you would hope to see in Coney Island. you know?
Yeah, it feels very different when you step in there, and it's there's a lot of very unique spaces and unique things to look at. It's fantastic.
That's cool. One of the questions I saw come up from Gamer Insanity, actually, Ella's picked this one up as well. Can we blow cleaners up and make them fly back like in the first game? Is the physics still the same?
Oh, hell yeah. Well,
Yeah.
actually, so here's the thing, right? So the cleaners, right, we really made sure, like, it's been,
Ja, ich weiß das. Ich
right?
entschuldige, dass
We
ich...
killed Joe Farrell. He's bad. So why are the cleaners?
Ich bin noch etwas
Right.
geflasht. So.
They've
Moment.
changed, they've mutated, they've
Aber danke. Also ja, die reden gerade darüber, wie die Erfahrung des Spielers in New York mit dem Sommerwetter verändert.
So we have some,
Not
some
zombies,
upgrades to them. They're not zombies,
Okay.
no, they're people.
Check.
But I mean, they're still the cleaners, right?
Yeah.
But we made sure that, yeah, okay, so they are a little bit more tactical now than they were before. They're a little more battle hardened, right? Because 8 months has passed. But we made sure that those tanks are in the same position, the same exact position that they were in Division 1.
Okay.
So when that cleaner lowers that left shoulder and they start running towards you, you can pop it, hit it,
Nice.
have them freak out, and then explode.
That's cool.
Also es soll sich von dem Division 1 nicht verändern, dass die Cleaners trotzdem genauso schnell
But they
getötet
still
werden
don't
können
learn about
wie
the
beim ersten
Why do we keep
Teil.
dying? I don't know.
Yeah.
They keep getting us. I don't know.
That's some JTF IQ. Whoops. So
Damn.
we do have some things to take a look at today, and I want to get to those because I like
Yep.
showing pretty things. There's a couple of new main missions, the Coney Island Ballpark and the Coney Island Amusement Park. Can we take a look at some pretty pictures? I want to see this. Ooh. So this is what I was talking about with the lights, right? You have you have a lot of depth fog.
Sieht aus wie
I
ein,
don't know if that's exactly what
wie
we're
ein
doing.
Bild
Yeah, but,
aus,
you know, there's a lot
aus
of,
Photoshop.
Yeah.
Is it depth fog?
Well, no, but you know that it's not depth fog.
It's,
but you know,
very,
It is now.
very scientific term. We'll call it depth fog. It's fine.
but you know what I mean. Like, there's obviously a lot of why am I forgetting the word? Anyway, I'm not the developer here. But yeah, it looks dope.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Yeah, I mean, in our
Das will ich haben, das
renders,
Bild.
The bouncing of the lights.
Das wird ein neues Thumbnail, ey.
Yeah.
Wie geil sieht das denn aus?
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I really like it. That looks sick.
Yeah, this one is just amazing.
More photos for sure. Yeah.
It just makes you want to go in, you know.
I
Yeah.
do wonder though, if the lights are on, who's powering them?
Well, not all power is lost, right? So, as people may remember, because I think we've probably talked about this at some point. So we've sent like groups of people, right, like essentially researchers, out to New York with the first game, and then Washington D.C. with the second game, and they talked to all sorts of like first responders, all sorts of people that work in with like the infrastructure of the municipalities, like all of that stuff. They talked about what would happen if in a disaster scenario. Like, what would be the first things that go? Would there still be power? If there was power, how would it be generated? And all of that stuff. So, so the fact that like there are lights here and there are lights elsewhere, like if you remember in Div 1 and Div 2, there are lights here and there. That's actually all like fairly realistic in this scenario.
Yeah.
And fairly well. It's actually really cool to see.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not as if everything would suddenly go dark and
Yeah, that's
nothing
right.
would work. Like there are a few independent sources that can work on their own.
Yeah, that's right. And someone is saying, hey, remember we turned on the power at Times Square. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
True.
Yeah.
Volumetric lighting was the term I was thinking of before. That's exactly.
Actually, the correct term. That's
That's
yes.
what I was thinking.
Very good.
But it looks
Okay,
like. And
also,
also
die,
now that
also
you have flames to
Volumetric
kinda light up the-
Lichter sollen das Ganze ein bisschen echter
Ja.
machen,
You can make
So-
your own light.
Yeah.
Sick.
And your
ein bisschen
flamethrower.
besser darstellen
Exactly.
in den neuen
Speaking
Missionen.
of new specialization, firewall,
Firewall.
taking it to the cleaners with their own, fight fire with fire. Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't even plan that messaging, but there you go.
There you go, the tagline, episode 3, fighting fire with fire.
Yeah.
But seriously, that's I don't know, it's a really cool dynamic.
Yeah.
There's some things that we're going to show off in a live demo in a sec. There's some ways that there's some cool gameplay interactions with that. There's all sorts of cool things with
Yeah.
shields and
Yeah,
sidearms, and we'll show you that in a sec.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's 2 new classified assignments for those that do have the year 1
Hätte
pass.
gern
We've
Axt.
got
Yes.
the detention center and the nightclub
Yes.
infiltration. Do we have images for those ones as well? Can we have a quick look at those? Because more pretty pictures
Yes.
people wanted to take a look at. That doesn't look like a nightclub to me.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's the
That is
detention
the worst
center.
nightclub if it's a nightclub.
But
It
a
looks like a
very
pretty-
heavily themed nightclub. And
Well, I don't
Back in
know.
Yannick's day, because he's an old man, that's what
before
nightclubs
we
used
had
to
the
look like.
internet,
That's some hipster ass
when we
nightclub.
would go clubbing.
Yeah. And ooh, okay, nightclub. So
Yeah.
That's a bit more of a nightclub, yeah.
So I think, obviously I don't want to give too much away, but what I think this image doesn't capture is actually, again, how beautiful the lighting is.
yeah.
Like in the nightclub, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a cool experience moving through that nightclub.
There's a lot. So we have a
Nightclub
new
soll
exotic.
ganz
I think
cool
we're gonna
sein.
show that to you a little bit later. After, or do you want to show it now, George? Should we? Well, we'll kick off with the
Can we have
exotic.
it
I want to show it. So we showed some footage of
Schauen.
the
Bin sehr gespannt.
chameleon
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago. No, I think.
2 weeks ago, right?
Right. Actually, we can bring that up. Let's take a look at it actually in the game. Ooh yeah. So this is what it looks like. Now you can actually see the talents. I can't read them
Yeah,
from here.
check it out.
But
Yeah. It's too small.
Hitting 30 Headshots, grinds plus 20 Critical to Hit Chance and
Headshots.
50
That's
Critical
nice.
Hit
I'll
Damage vor
check a while
45
with
Sekunden.
that.
Also wenn man
very
30 Headshots macht,
Um,
also Headshot-Treffer macht, dann kriegt man den dementsprechenden Schaden.
is there anything else
Wenn
we're
du
missing,
60
George?
Body-Schaden machst, dann kriegst du 100% Waffendamage für 45 Sekunden.
Okay.
Und wenn man
Is that
30
a mag with
Sekunden
with fan on
ähm,
it?
die Beine
Does it have like
trifft,
a
kriegt man
CPU? Like, I
150
mean, like an intake fan?
Reload-Prozent.
We need Thailander to tell us what's going on. Yeah,
It does look like that, yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it's
George.
really cool. I mean, it's
Yeah.
obviously it's an AR, right?
Yeah.
Nice CPU
Yeah.
cooler on your mag. Yeah, exactly.
So if we can go back to the talent a bit and comment a bit on that. So yeah, I can't read it from here, but it's the idea is that you really have these 3 different buffs. and
I
you
can read it for you, Yannick.
Okay, you want to get close and
Yeah,
read it?
adaptive instincts. Hitting 30 headshots grants 20% critical hit chance and 50% critical hit damage for 45 seconds.
Weird.
Nice. Hitting 60 body shots grants 100% weapon damage for 45 seconds. Hitting 30 leg shots grants reload speed 150%.
So the cool thing is that they're not mutually exclusive, right? So you can build each one of them up at the same time. So then it's really about kind of timing. If you want to try to stack all 3 buffs.
Merkt ihr was? Da fehlt irgendwie das mittlere Talent.
Whatever, you know. So it's there's a
Interesting.
fun mechanic here in timing and trying to trigger
Nur
the
2 Talente
right
drauf.
moment and aiming there for different parts of the NPCs. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play with.
Badger Tough, there's a lot of questions, obviously, about how that works. If there's other things like internal cooldowns, about how often that can proc and that sort of thing, we'll pose those to Frederick and let you know if we have any additional information on that. But that's all we have for that.
People are already like preparing builds for it.
Er hat nur
Yeah.
2
That's
Talente.
good.
Good.
I love when you theory craft.
Das mittlere Talent fehlt quasi, weil dann...
Okay. I actually had all those things written down.
you
And
had it written.
we showed you last time that it changes based on the color of the
So
environment.
könnten
If you
übrigens
missed that
zukünftig
Streame
auch die
with
normalen
George,
Waffen
it's really
aussehen,
cool, like
wenn
if
dann
you
mit dem
go
Gear
around different
2.0
environments that
kommt,
have
weil
more
das haben sie noch nicht
certain
vorgestellt, wie
color,
das sich ändert.
basically the weapon
Das kommt
shape
bestimmt dann
looks
nächste
at
Woche.
all of these places and it's like, what's the dominant color and that sort of thing.
So I see a lot of people asking, how do you get the gun? we've decided we're not going to tell you, so you can find out.
Well, Nicky knows, and he didn't want us to tell you.
Okay, I wanted to take the blame on the team, but you didn't name drop. Okay.
Nicky Cookins? Is
Nick-
it-
Make sure to send him a tweet.
Nicky told us we know how to get it, but he asked that we keep it as a surprise.
There
So
you go.
Yeah.
I think now it's about time to go and burn some stuff.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you're into it?
Yeah.
And
Alright.
then we're going to go back and take a look at some of the... No, actually, let's do it this way around. Can we take a look at the talent tree? I'll let Drew use the controller here to kind of flick through some stuff. Again, like I said before, this is dev build, so the numbers are funky. Obviously, you can't have more than 100% of a certain thing.
And I've seen some comments about the
Yeah.
gamepad. We're rocking an OG
Yeah,
there you
Xbox
go.
360 gamepad here.
that's how we roll.
It's new gen.
Nothing but the best for state of the game,
Yeah,
apparently.
there you go. All right, we're gonna have to full screen that one so we can kind of see what's going on. Obviously, 225.
Da ist jetzt der Talentbaum, den ich schon gesagt habe. Das wird ein Schild-Skill, ich sag's euch.
Do all sorts of stuff, and you won't be
Yes.
in the final version able to get every weapon
Yeah,
thing,
exactly.
for example.
All right, so let's go here. Want me to
So,
talk through
Burn
this?
Durations plus
Please.
50%.
So
Das
obviously,
Gegner
like,
brennen 50%
before we even
länger.
begin, the kind of idea behind the firewall spec is it's all about getting up close and personal, right? So obviously a flamethrower has limited range, so I think it's just under 50 meters or something like that, which, you know, in the Division 2 actually feels quite close. So this is all about getting up and close and personal, but it also means, which you'll see with the skill mod, that there's a lot of cool synergies
Yes.
with some skills here. So, so with this striker shield, it allows you to actually use your flamethrower and the shield at the
Man
same
kann
time,
mit dem
which
Schild
means
den
you can get up
Flammenwerfer
close and personal. The other cool thing
ausrüsten.
about that is, sorry, let me find it here.
Mit dem normalen Schild.
So allies that are nearby you all deal extra damage if they're nearby, right? And so the idea behind this is it's kind of the fantasy of, you know, one guy with a shield.
Wenn
coming
Leute,
in,
wenn
everyone
Gegner
else
10
kind
Meter
of
in der Nähe
moving
sind,
around,
machen dann
following
alle in
the
der
guy with the
Gruppe
shield.
10% mehr
10%
Damage.
damage is nothing to scoff at. That's
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
a
mean,
lot.
yeah. It can be pretty powerful.
Applied to the whole team, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Wenn man von
you
Cover
also
zu
see
Cover
here,
kriegt man 50%
so-
Bonus.
Right, like you need to
Bonusrüstung.
get in close. So there's a cover-to-cover bonus armor here, and that's going to allow you if you're far
Und es
away,
ist auf Shotgun
to use
ausgelegt, wie ich schon
cover-to-cover
sagte.
movement to kind of
Links unten, man kriegt ein
Well, I
neues
just do see some
Shotgun.
people pointing out in chat that the
On
available
armor
points is at
break,
-222.
only
Like we said, this
burn
is a
to
dev
enemies
build, so this
within
is
Yes.
5
how
Meter.
it's
Also
gonna be in
wenn das,
Final
wenn
version.
die
we
Rüstung
basically
zerbricht,
cheated our
brennen
way
alle
into
Gegner in der
having
Nähe.
everything, and our game doesn't display that super
Yeah.
well in the dev build.
All right, what else you got in here? There's a sidearm as
Yeah.
well.
We do have a sidearm. Before I talk about
Okay.
the sidearm, so I want to talk about fire response. So on armor break, you basically light everyone around you on fire. And it's a small radius, right? And so the idea here is like
So when your armor
you
breaks,
have like
yes.
a slight protection
Okay.
against like melee rushers and people like that who are kind of annoying when you have like a shield and stuff like that. So if anyone
Das wird was für meine Shotgun haben.
behind, whatever,
Yeah.
Das Bild wird genau das für meine Shotgun
moment,
haben.
you're kind of protected from.
Das in der Mitte
Well,
unten
very
rechts
proud.
sieht aus wie ein
Dark Side people
Shotgun-Symbol.
are annoyed with
Es
shotguns.
wird
Yes,
And those shotguns
Das
getting in
wird
close. That's going to
cool.
affect those people, I would imagine.
100%.
Interesting.
man kriegt eine
Someone asking, this is coming for the upcoming
kriegt eine
update,
Signal, also
not the
eine
3.0. So
explizite
this is kind of
Shotgun
episode
als Nebenwaffe.
3,
This is
which is
episode
coming
3.
in February.
Yes.
Yep.
For those that have the year one pass holders, the narrative content that we pointed out before, the main missions and classifieds.
Yeah.
Can you correct me if I'm wrong? Those are available 1 week earlier
Yes.
than they are.
Schade, dass sie nicht das Links zeigen.
Great. But everyone community-wide will be able to play the stuff
Both of
in
tho-
February.
Both of those dates are in February.
So
Hint, hint.
work backwards from there. Okay.
Cool. So the sidearm called Firestarter. So this one is cool
Ramboard Shots.
because one, it's a double barrel shotgun,
Yeah.
which are always fun, but it actually applies a debuff that makes.
Cool.
I don't know. Do we actually have it, George, in their inventory, or I can just talk about it? Doesn't
Hey, Drolli. Ja, das hilft.
Let's take a look.
Nice. This item is pretty cool because basically we apply a 50% burn resistance for 5 seconds if we
So
hit
damage
an enemy with it.
enemies
So
lose
obviously, you
50%
can
Burn
chain it
Resistance
together
für 5
with
Sekunden.
your
Das heißt, die
flamethrower.
brennen mit mehr
Now, that
Schaden.
includes,
Chesthände, 10% Reload Speed.
enemies that are completely immune to burn. So you can take someone completely
their
immune to burn, hit them, take away their immunity, put
Nice.
them at 50% resistance, and then light them on fire.
And that doesn't have to be just flames from your
Oh,
flamethrower. It could be a flame
anything.
turret.
And
Could
it
be.
can be
all right.
yeah. So it's pretty powerful.
Nice.
Cool.
I like that one. And also, that's a cool.
Hey,
visual.
Trolli.
Yeah.
It looks like a,
Yeah.
I'm a
Sieht
pirate.
geil aus, die Shotgun.
No, just me. That's really cool.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah,
what else
cool.
do we need to see on the specialization tree?
There was the grenade people were asking
Oh,
about.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The last thing, which is super cool. I guess I can open it here.
I don't know if you know, but someone is
Links
asking
am-
if it's 50% like of their total, or is it a 50% decrease of the...
Oh,
someone has,
eine Clustergranate, die
yeah,
Mini-Granaten
someone has 80,
verschießt.
do they go down 40 or do they go down to 30?
No, they go down to.
Is it halved or is it removing?
Hi, Make-up
50%
Thunder.
from what is
Hallo
it?
René.
That is a great question.
We will check
That's why
them
I
out.
said you might not know because that's
I
pretty...
actually don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
All right.
that's a great question.
Ooh,
I bet
two
you,
shield heroic,
obviously
yeah.
Frederick would know.
Yeah.
Adrian would know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Mal schauen, wie das wird. Schild wird ja nochmal mit
the
dann
other
Gear
super
2.0
cool thing
nochmal
about
besser.
this is a brand new grenade type, which is the cluster grenade. So throwing the cluster grenade, it kind of has a bunch of, it's a cluster bomb, so a bunch of pieces kind of fall out and they explode. It's super fun to use. And maybe we can see that in action with George. Yes, and last but not least, actually, is there anything? I mean, there's lots of cool stuff like getting signature ammo.
Yeah.
It's all about killing things within
Yeah.
close range. You get more sig ammo for you and your buddies.
Yeah, what's the weapon?
Das
so
Light White Short
It's a tactical
Grip.
short grip, and
Oh,
I think
Under
if we
Barrel
look at
Longer
that one,
Wails.
it gives you crit. I think.
We could go take a look at that.
Let's take a look.
Denkt, es gibt wohl Crit.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of flames flying everywhere. You can see a lot of people like being
Yeah,
like
but
the
he's still here somewhere.
pyromaniac, or I'm interested to see what other people leverage to get as much fire flying around as possible. There you go.
Yeah, so it's plus
10%
10%
crit
crit
hit
hit damage. Yes.
Nice. The med
Open
kit.
with those crit builds.
Is there a med kit in the?
Yeah, I forgot to go over that actually. So the medkit's really cool. So it also supports that that.
Your
fantasy
armor
of kind of
kit
getting up and
recovers
close person,
200%
because
armor and
actually it's
200
kind of
health
a
over
slower
10
heal,
seconds.
but it heals you up to 200% of your current armor.
Okay.
But it happens over time.
So if you
So-
know you're going to take damage, you can.
Yeah, so what that means is as you take damage, it'll kind of regenerate up to the point of the value that's twice your armor over,
Yeah.
I think, was it 10 seconds, I think? Yeah.
Cool. Someone, Mab in chat saying she looks like Stone,
The character
our
does,
agent
yeah.
with that sick mustache. I hope Stone's watching.
All right, should we go out and burn some things?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Also umso mehr Armor du
Um,
hast, umso mehr
No,
macht's
very, very
halt
cool.
wieder.
I'm very much enjoying being able to talk about this.
Yeah.
Ins Gear 2.0 wird es nicht so
What
schnell
are you most excited
zerbrechen.
about for episode
In
3?
jetzt ja.
Have you actually had a chance to play through all the missions and?
Yeah.
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 We can't give
I
any
mean-
spoilers, but
Absolutely. I mean, I think to me, the coolest thing is kind of I feel like the story's going somewhere. Mm-hmm. Right? That to me, playing through the main missions and kind of seeing the story take kind of a leap ahead, because episode 1 and 2 are kind of building up to something, and I feel like this is, okay, now I know where this is going.
Yeah.
And obviously you have to kind of play to figure out exactly what that means. I don't want to give that away, but yeah.
But do you think if people have played Division 1, they'll recognize some?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think there's some definite callbacks to some unresolved things in Division 1 perhaps.
Yeah. And
Some-
people have spotted Chanenko already in the trailer, right? So
What does it mean? I don't know. Someone's asking about the hunting.
Mal sehen, wie es wird.
About,
Bin sehr
is it
gespannt.
just lore and masks, so we're going to have a chance to experience Hunter AI. I know that was kind of your thing in Division 1. And
Hier ein paar neue
obviously
Sachen sammeln,
babies, weird
uns ein
babies.
bisschen ein paar Wochen Zeit lassen, wie immer, mit allen Charakteren durchzukommen. Bei allen der
Yeah,
Shotgun-Charakter
will we
wird
see more of that kind
lustig.
of Hunter stuff in the future, or maybe not in episode 3 in the future? Come on, yeah.
Okay.
You got anything?
You know what? Whatever. There will be more hunters in the future. I'll just. I wasn't
Wird
gonna
mehr
say
Hunter
anything.
geben in der,
I
in der
was
for
Zukunft.
drama, you know.
I was just gonna say no. I don't want to. Like, we can't talk about that right now. But you know what? Screw it.
Why don't you just do a dramatic chipmunk, Drew? Just like,
We're gonna have more hunters in the future. And
I'm into it.
and an update that's coming after episode 3.
Cool, I like it. Thank you. Okay.
Also nach der Episode
So, can you just
3
reiterate,
wird es mehr Hunter geben in der
things
Welt.
about
Yes!
what people can get if they do.
Wird ja mal Zeit.
The One Pass. Yeah, please.
Ich hoffe, dass sie so
sure
in der Welt sind und so.
Episode 3 is coming out.
In den Missionen etc. etc.
Right? It comes out with title update 7. Title update 7, all the changes, bug fixes, improvements, and everything that we do with that comes out at one point. Date A, which I cannot say, but date A. On date A, Year 1 Pass owners can also start playing the missions, right? And then 7 days later, date B, everybody else gets to play the missions.
Both dates are in February.
Both dates, A and B, are in February.
Yeah.
Let's see some math.
Yes.
Schade, nicht nächste Woche.
Specialization, everything, all of that is date A.
Great. But Year 1
It's just the
Pass.
missions that are. Year
people
1
have
Pass
access.
gets to unlock them directly.
Okay.
Non-Year 1 Pass.
Man hätte jetzt mal sagen können, wann Episode 3 geplant ist.
I know. Like, we're saying date A.
We can only tell you. We can tell you right now.
Yes.
Sorry about it, but that,
We'll-
that
we'll
is as
have
much as we can tell you right now.
Yep. And we'll have more information.
Yes.
Rexton, Caputo,
Yes, sir.
moin.
Obviously.
You'll know
Yeah.
soon.
All right, George, you ready? Can we burn some stuff? All right, let's go and take a look at what George is getting up to on the other side of the room with some the flamey boy. Have you done anything we need to highlight here, George? You don't have. I think you have unlimited ammo, so we can showcase some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
looks
cool.
like it.
I've got the new shield on as well.
Again,
That's a new
just,
shield?
so people know this is for demonstration purposes only, so you can get an idea of the flavor of how this all works.
Yeah.
So yes,
Hätte
this
ich
is a
gerade
dev
viel
build,
Rüstung, oder?
a work in progress development.
Man
build.
sieht, in welchen Radius der
We
Flammenwerfer
want to show you
schießt.
as much as we can, as soon as we can.
Yes.
Get that one.
Nice.
It's perfect with a Russia.
Yeah, I was saying
Better.
that poor Rusher didn't even stand a chance.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, George is. Oh,
Do you
have you played this game before, George?
feel the pressure of everybody watching you?
Look, George is just trying to show you how this new med kit works.
Ah, I see. No, yeah.
He's
So
doing
George
his
takes
job.
damage. You'll see. He's
still
regenerating
hanging
his
out.
armor.
Yeah.
George knows
So that's
what
gonna
he's
last
doing.
for 10 seconds.
Do not come at my team like that. George is a beautiful flower that knows what he's doing.
Leute, wieso tut man da Leute hin, die keine Ahnung haben
so
von
do we
dem
have a chance to
Spiel?
look at the sidearm yet?
In
In 2 seconds. George is quietly freaking out on the
Let me try not to make a
the
fool
side
of
of the
myself.
room. Okay, here we go. Because you can do the sidearm with the shield, right? And then
Probably, I was going to say,
switch.
probably works better with a shield.
Vor allem, das ist ein Stufe 1 Außenposten. Danke fürs Streamen, sagt der Michael. Ja, bitteschön. Alter, was ist denn das?
Oh yeah, that is a good question, Buzz. What's the halo in front of his character once he has the shield deployed? You know that little
Yeah.
area of effect indicator?
yeah.
What is that telling us?
Yeah.
The cone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah. Go for it.
So there is, I just can't remember what the effect is, but that's, is that the damage bonus when enemies are in,
Yeah, that's
in
right.
that cone, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
that's one of the, that's
It's
the
one of
effect of that shield mod, right?
Yeah, exactly. If
Yeah.
you look at the, which as soon as George is done
Yeah. Maybe we
making
can,
making s'mores out of hyenas.
do we have the actual proper text here so I can,
Yeah, there are some bugs. we've noticed also that some NPCs in this build, this again isn't the build that is going out, this is one of our internal builds, where some NPCs aren't getting the on-fire effect. So you may have seen that.
Yeah. So basically, that shield mods gives you and your allies a damage increase, and the buff strength is increasing with the amount of enemies that are in that cone in front of
Kein
you.
Wunder, dass sie das Spiel nicht hinkriegen, oder?
Very cool.
Ich geh kaputt,
Plays
Alter.
out in a
Ich
group
geh
as
kaputt.
well with that 10% damage
Was
buff
ist das?
to your friends.
Yes. So what I think is really cool, right, is like I think there can be some really cool synergies.
Der hat
with
unendlich Munition für den Flammenwerfer, ne?
Ja.
Das ist
especially
schon
those
klar,
players
dass der
that,
dann
like,
damit hier
really,
alles
can figure out good
flambieren
ways
wird,
to kind of
aber-
stick together.
Do you have the grenade
bin mir
equipped,
noch nicht so
George?
sicher, wie das
Yeah,
wird.
pop out a grenade.
George is like, let me play.
George's YouTube credibility is really intrinsically tied to his gameplay performance here. Pressure's on, dude. Woo! I love explosions. Once these guys are all toasted, I actually just want to see the grenade kind of close up. Maybe you could
Yeah.
throw one out close to you, so we can see exactly how that looks. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Actually, do you have the chameleon in
Mal
your
sehen, wie
inventory as well,
sinnvoll das
George?
wird.
Some people are asking if we can get a quick look at that. Maybe once you find a safe spot.
George has just really kicked a hornet's nest here.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to burn the RC car. Good luck.
We need a George cam. He's kind of freaking out. I like that. No one asked that. Dark Skill. Okay, I'll leave it up to chat. Do you want to see the chameleon in action? I'm pretty sure some people were asking for that. How about, this is a good question from Onsley. How about 4 guys running the specialization side by side? Does everyone get that same 10% buff? Like on top of the buff, but only-
Hey, Lutscher, moin.
I am not 100% sure how it works.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Wenn
don't
der hat
wanna
unendlich
mislead
Munition.
with the wrong answer.
Wie kann das denn sein?
I totally understand the concern. It would seem a little OP if you could run
It would.
40% damage all the time.
Yes.
On
Kein
everything.
Wunder, dass
that
die,
you do.
dass die cheaten.
I don't know that we have gameplay audio being
there's no audio?
sent.
Oh, there's no audio. Okay.
I can, if people want to keep looking while George is doing that, I'll see if I can fix that for you so you can hear some stuff.
Chase is asking if Coney Island is going to be an area playable in free roam.
Die Box am Anfang hat 160 € gekostet, als ich es mir gekauft habe. Jetzt kannst du es für 20 € kaufen. Alpha waren, ja, mag sein, aber da ist die Figur drin. Die kriegst du jetzt nicht mehr. Alpha. Die Phoenix Edition gibt's doch gar nicht mehr.
Look out for that medic.
Sorry,
George.
chat. No audio for you today.
No?
Ich guck dann.
No.
Sonst stürzt mir noch das,
I mean,
das
unless I
OBS ab.
go in and no.
Also die Phoenix Edition gibt's da nicht mehr.
There you go. Very cool. I like it. I'm glad we actually got to show off those things in a live environment, because you can't really get the whole idea of what these things look like if you just read them through text, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool to look at the specialization tree as well. But again, I like seeing these things in action.
Exactly. And you know, nothing against George, but if you know how to use the specialization, it can be super powerful.
That is so passive aggressive.
I just wanted to throw something in that didn't sound.
Well,
It didn't sound. You
I
know.
like that Felix was trying
too
to be
assuming
nice and
here.
say, yeah, George is not so great with a controller. He's playing with mouse and keyboard right now.
Hey, no offense, George, but Drew thinks you're trash. Okay. No, awesome. Thank you so much for showing us how this thing works.
Gibt es auch nicht. Und überall, wo du die Comics kaufen kannst, kannst du die Figur, wenn sie haben, mitkaufen. Nein, stimmt nicht. Denn die große Phoenix Edition Figur, die habe ich hier, die kannst du nicht dort kaufen. Das sind andere Figuren.
We did mention before that the focus for episode 3, there's a lot of cool lore nuggets in there for you.
Wusstest du das?
Still waiting on the
Ich hab sie hier, meine Figur.
Podcast. Tinks, please get Deep Fried Dave out of retirement. We need it.
Oh,
They did 2 episodes of the best podcast
Yes.
ever.
Yeah.
The best podcast in the world that's ever been made. 2 episodes. Please. I need more. You have reasons to make more, I promise. make it happen.
I see people in chat asking about the honey badger. So
Yeah.
we probably need to mention it because yes, it's in the trailer,
Yeah.
and yes, honey badger will be coming as a normal weapon with episode 3.
Cool.
So it's not an exotic or whatever. It's just a new normal weapon type.
Very cool. There's more stuff happening. Yeah, I talked about the lore stuff, and then you've seen all the things, but that is coming in February for everyone.
Yes.
And then there's all the other stuff we've been talking about in the past few weeks.
Okay, also es wird auf jeden Fall im Februar des Episode 3 kommen, aber nicht nächste Woche, so wie es aussieht.
Remy telling me that this podcast isn't going to
Wir
happen?
können noch kein Datum nennen, aber es wird Februar kommen. Also verbuggt, wie immer.
Right.
Alles
Time for some,
klar.
Agent highlights.
There's a story there.
Agent Highlights.
Okay. The first one that we have is coming from, I think the first one up we have is T-Chan Art.
Gleich wieder.
We're gonna
Moment.
take a look at that in a second. But every time that we dive deep into what's going on out on there on the internet with what people make Division related, there's always some cool nuggets. We got it? All right, let's take a look. T-Chan Art.
Oh, nice.
I love the hacky sack
The
Seeker
hacky sack is
so
great.
much. T-Chan Art is an illustrator from Taiwan and does
Cool.
all sorts of cool
Oh, that's really,
illustrations,
really cool.
not just Division related. So if you go over to obviously the Twitter T-Chan
Yeah.
Art, or post a lot of work on Reddit as well under /u/T-Chan114. Very, 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 very cool and kind of humorous, which I like.
Yes.
Don't do seek a hacky sack at home, kids.
Yeah. I like the touch of color on each one of them.
Me too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. I'm going to go and check out some more. But we've got Boss as well with more cosplays. I love it. Also, have you guys ever played Airsoft?
Yeah.
You really? I mean, I haven't. I'm not saying it
No, just
like
like
don't feel
once.
peer pressure to say yes.
I did it
Okay.
once.
All right. But Boss uses like the Division cosplay whilst playing Airsoft, and I think that's super cool.
That's super cool.
yeah.
That's
like,
super cool.
That's badass.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I now need to see more than just pictures, and I want to see some video
Yeah.
of this happening. Super cool.
I like the use of cover as well, and the accuracy of the cover pose is just like the agent. That's really cool.
I really like it.
good.
So all the way from Fukushima, hey boss, that's super cool. I have to say, cosplay community in Japan is strong,
Yes. Yes, it
super
is.
strong,
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
really good. I don't know if we're gonna have a Japan cosplay versus Russia cosplay showdown at some point. Just
It'll be
saying.
tough.
Just saying.
Are you asking for one or?
Not really, but that one is hurt international relations at all. That's not what I'm calling for. But no, I'm always consistently blown away by what people manage to churn out with their cosplays, from
Yes.
the whole outfits to the tiny details of 3D printed and wired up lights.
No,
It's
it's amazing.
it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
and actual Seeker mines that roll around. And I mean,
Yeah.
you still remember the first time we were at E3 and Dave showed up with his Seeker mine and people were freaking out and
Super cool.
love it.
Yes.
Very, very
That was
cool.
fun.
Yes.
So thank you again for those agent highlights. If you do want to share your creations with us, just hashtag agent highlights on Twitter. We love to see them. And it doesn't have to be, I know people are they must see a lot of cosplay.
Haha, Chris, du hast einiges verpasst. Flammenwerfer, die neuen Episoden 3 Settings, wie es aussieht, so mit neuen Lichtverhältnissen und so weiter.
A rock opera.
Ja, den Trailer.
That's my next request.
Ja, hast du bestimmt schon
You guys
gesehen.
got any
Alright.
agent highlight
Bisschen
requests?
geblabber, bla 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 bla.
No? Come on. Think outside the box.
Kurzes
I believe you.
Gameplay, zeigt, was so
Come on.
I was thinking
das Talentbaum ist von dem Flammenwerfer.
I want to see
Mit
Hamish
Shotgun.
doing Fei Lao.
Wird vor allem erstmal auf Shotgun gehen.
Again.
yeah, again, yeah.
No.
It's really cool.
Yes.
Yeah. But did you do it with the eye patch?
Yeah. I did. I haven't done it on stream, but it'll happen again.
You need to do it again.
Everyone that was involved in that, Fox and Little Bird and
Alpha One, ich werde darüber jetzt nicht diskutieren. Klar kriegst du die Figur im Internet gekauft, weil die Leute, die es vorbestellt haben, vielleicht die Figur verkaufen. Aber du kriegst dieselbe Figur nicht Das Spiel kriegst du zwar hinterhergeworfen aktuell, auch zum Weihnachtssale für unter 20 Euro, aber halt, es interessiert mich doch nicht. Das Spiel ist für mich besser als Division 1. Punkt. Das kann man sehen, wie man möchte. Alpha One. Du darfst das gerne haten und nicht spielen und was auch immer. Ich spiele es halt gerne und ich bin halt gerne dafür da. Und was da für Neuerungen kommen, interessiert mich mehr. Ich bin kleiner Hassliebe, ja, mit dem Spiel. Also was du jetzt mit mir damit sagen möchtest, weiß ich nicht, aber ist mir auch völlig egal, weil im Prinzip, du hast jetzt entschieden, auf diesen Kanal zu kommen. Du weißt, dass wir Division 2 Gameplay angucken oder den State of the Game angucken. Du hast dich entschieden, herzukommen und genau das zu posten. Also ich weiß nicht, was du damit sagen möchtest. Ich kann dir nur sagen, hier geht es um die Division 2. Ich um Division 1. Und ja, du hast recht, es ist momentan wenig los, aber mich interessiert, wie sie das wieder hinbekommen wollen, dass wieder mehr Leute reinkommen. Jukri, moin! Den Quiz hat gemeint, Flammenwerfer und Trailer habe ich schon gesehen. Ja, wird cool. Ich freue mich auf den Flammenwerfer, vor allem das neue Schildmod, wo man dann halt den Flammenwerfer auch drauf tun kann und andere Waffen, das soll jetzt anders noch funktionieren. Mal schauen, was genau wir da noch machen.
I don't have it.
It is.
Ja, aber nicht, du kannst doch die Unterhaltung mit mir nicht führen, wenn wir gerade hier bei State of the Game sind. Es macht ja keinen Sinn, eine Unterhaltung zu führen. Komm ins Discord, dann können wir uns gerne unterhalten. Über Pro und Contra, über alles Mögliche und so weiter.
1, 2, 3, 5, 4.
Well, you just messed them up then. That's not my problem.
1, 2, 3, 5,
Rolli
4.
meint auch,
Next week's show
genau.
will be providing
Derselben
a
Meinung bin
narrative
ich ja
update of
auch.
events in
Und
the
viel Spaß noch,
Universe so far. So if you
Alpha.
think
Wie gesagt,
you
wenn du
want-
nicht kommen möchtest in Discord mit mir darüber
Because
zu
we wanna get
reden,
people caught
im
up
Stream einseitig mit mir zu unterhalten, du schreibst etwas, ich kann nur darauf reagieren, wir haben im Hintergrund noch State of the Game, macht gar keinen Sinn. Also wenn du Bock hast, darüber zu reden, dann komm ins Discord. Es macht keinen Sinn, du schreibst, ich rede. Macht keinen Sinn. Totally. Das ist keine Unterhaltung, das ist ein Statement, was du da schreibst.
Yeah. We do agree that the PvP conversation needs to happen.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
you are definitely.
Und du bist übrigens nicht der Einzige, der im Discord mit uns darüber redet. Also das gibt noch andere Leute, die auch das Division 2 nicht so feiern und ich feiere es ja auch nicht. Ich bin sehr kritisch. Wenn du mein YouTube-Video kennen würdest, würdest du das wissen. Oder wenn du meine Streams kennen würdest, würdest du das wissen. Aber so, das macht ja keinen Sinn. Sorry, also das ist jetzt total flach, die Diskussion. Das hat nichts mit Diskutieren zu tun. So, die reden eh nur noch Quatsch nebenbei.
Tell you about that PvP stuff when we can. All right, thank you.
Next week, especially for all the lore nerds and story enthusiasts in there, it's going to be the one to join.
I mean, they pro if they're law nerds.
They probably know
Wouldn't they
everything,
know that
but they
already?
might have questions. So it might
True.
be an opportunity to actually clarify some things.
That's true. Come, I want to
Alpha,
play a game.
Von, ich glaube, dass du nicht kommen wirst, weil du nicht die Diskussion
All right. Thank you
führen
everyone for
möchtest,
coming
sondern
by
hier
today.
nur ein
This is the stream.
Statement
We're gonna be
machen
back
wolltest.
next week.
Wenn du
As
wirklich
said,
Bock hättest, dann
February,
wirst du
which
dann
really
gleich da
starts
und nicht
this
erst in
weekend.
3, 5 Jahren.
Isn't
Also
it?
ich kenne das doch. Wir haben das doch schon öfter jetzt mal. Du bist nie gekommen und hast mit mir dann weitergeredet. Für dich war das
But so from
immer
Saturday
schon
on,
komisch, das Spiel ist alles okay,
count
kann
down
ja
the days
machen.
until we get to episode 3. It's
Erst mit Randoms, Title, so viel Spaß gehabt, funktioniert echt gut
All right,
alles.
thank you.
Ja,
We will see you again next
bin auf jeden
week.
Fall
We've
gespannt,
got
was
streams
uns
as well on this channel, so
2.0 noch
gameplay
geben wird.
streams. So make sure you come by and hang out and chat with us about what you're thinking, your theory crafting, early ideas about what you're going to do when episode 3 comes around and you get to light everything on fire. All right. Have a
So,
good one.
dann wünsche ich euch auf jeden Fall
See
noch einen
ya.
schönen Abend.
Bye.
Das war's erstmal hier. Internetabsturz gehabt, was verpasst? Nee, nicht wirklich. Also, die haben jetzt nur am Schluss noch komische Sachen geredet. Also, das war jetzt das State of the Game. Ich danke euch fürs Reinschauen. Wir haben gesehen, ein Release-Datum gibt es noch nicht. Wir haben auch noch keine großen Inhalte von Episode 3 gesehen, außer dass Cleaner bestätigt sind, dass wir einen Flammenwerfer bekommen und die exotische Waffe. Ein paar Bilder gesehen, wie das Ganze mit der Lichtverhältnis und so geht. Aber ich glaube, nächste Woche kriegen wir dann endlich ein Datum. Soll ja auf jeden Fall irgendwann diesen Monat kommen. Also nächsten Monat. Ist ja noch nicht Februar. Also, haut rein, liebe Leute, und wir sehen uns dann wieder. Und viel Spaß noch.